So this week we saw the conclusion of both the NHL season and the college baseball season as the Edmonton Oilers were unable to come back from a 3-0 hole in the series, with the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup for the first time in franchise history. Then we had Tennessee win its first national title in baseball. So now, what do I do when it comes to watching sports in my leisure time for the rest of the summer? Especially since a lot of the professional sports leagues have just become total clown shows. And now everyone's going to think that I'm going to go on another rant about present day Major League Baseball. Well, not this time. No. This time, the clown show is for the NBA, with probably the ultimate example of daddy ball. Now, this week was the NBA draft, and the Lakers used the 55th overall pick to select Bronny James. Yes, the son of LeBum James. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I meant LeBron James. And a lot of people, of course, are going, oh, it's so cool. LeBron James gets to play with his son in the NBA. Well, here's the problem with that. Bronny James didn't deserve to get drafted. I mean, have you seen this guy's stats from USC? Bronny James, get this, Bronny James averaged 4.8 points per game this past season. Let me repeat that. 4.8 points per game. Now, he also had 2.8 rebounds per game, with an average playing time of 19 minutes per game. I guarantee you, any other college player with those stats would not get so much as a sniff from any NBA team, or any minor league basketball team, or any pro team from overseas. In fact, there are probably players in Division III and the NAIA who deserve to have that draft pick more than Bronny James. Now, in all fairness, Bronny James, this was his first season of college basketball. And actually, when he was in high school, he was a McDonald's All-American. So, Bronny James does have some talent. Now, if he stayed with USC, there's every chance that he could have gotten better. Now, a lot of freshmen, they don't have spectacular seasons their first year in college. Then they become studs by their junior or senior seasons. But right now, no way is Bronny James ready for the NBA. This shows that Lakers management has their you-know-what in a lockbox and just let LeBron call the shots. What a joke. And speaking of jokes, how about the WNBA? Now, I've been thinking of checking out some Indiana Fever games this year, since, that's the team that Caitlin Clark is playing on. And, man, I just don't know what it is with this league where they just want to keep shooting themselves in the foot. For years and years, WNBA players and officials have gone on about how they want more people watching their games, how they want more money for their players. Well, now they're getting it with Caitlin Clark, bringing her star to the WNBA. And people are packing arenas where she's playing. A few times, teams have actually had to switch to a bigger venue in order to accommodate all the fans who bought tickets just to see Caitlin Clark play. But what do we see happening now? We see veteran and former WNBA players whinging about Caitlin Clark's popularity, committing flagrant fouls on her just because, showing out-and-out bigotry toward Caitlin Clark. And you got Angel Reese showing what an insecure brat she is, going, people are also coming to these games to watch me. I'm important too, It's like, no, Angel, people are coming to these games to watch Caitlin Clark. It just blows my mind that the WNBA has a literal gold mine in Caitlin Clark, but it seems like all they want to do is just dump on that gold mine. Now, I'm not saying bow down and kiss Caitlin Clark's butt and just have her call all the shots, kind of like the Lakers do with LeBron, but You should look at her as an investment and one player who is going to move the needle toward the success and financial stability that you've been seeking for years, and not let people in your own league sabotage all that. Just crazy, man. Just crazy. But I can tell you this. What is not a clown show is this show right here, the Tri-City Sports Roundup on KYCA, where we actually celebrate the really good athletes in our community, which is what we're going to do today with another top 10 list. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite top 10s, the top 10 local grads at college of the year. And just because these student athletes have finished their time at our local high schools and at Yavapai College, it doesn't mean we're done covering them or singing their praises. We certainly want to keep abreast of what they're doing far from the Tri-City area. And boy, oh boy, were there a lot of them who did very well for their respective teams this year. In fact, I had 22 candidates on my list for this year's top 10. And I'll tell you what, it was not easy trimming that down, but I think I put the most deserving student athletes on the final list. And you know what, folks? If there's a player or two you think I should have had on this list when all is said and done, let me know in the comments on the KYCA Facebook page where we are live streaming this show. So, let's make like a sea monster and get cracking. Yes, you can roll your eyes at that joke. I have no problem with that. In fact, our board op Scott is nodding his head. Yes, I am rolling my eyes at that joke of yours, John. And I think our live stream producer, Andrew, is also rolling his eyes, too. I don't blame them. Anyway, here we go, folks. Number 10. She was a contributor to her team in just about all aspects of the game. She became a go-to player on offense as she notched 233 kills on the season. But she may have been even better on defense as she made 375 digs and put up 24 blocks. When she went back to serve, other teams really had to be alert as she notched 27 ace serves. She always kept her squad in the game, and the other coaches in the conference recognized that when it came time to hand out the postseason awards, as she received an all-ACC honorable mention. After 2 solid seasons in the JUCO ranks, it appears she's ready to move on to the 4-year level. Where that will be is not known, as right now she is undecided. But wherever she lands, she is sure to be a valuable member of her new team. Congratulations to Bradshaw Mountain alum Abby Platt of the Mesa College volleyball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 10 local grad at college of the year. Now, on to number 9. She was a huge goal scorer during her time in Prescott, but could she keep the goals coming at her new school? The answer to that question was yes, and a big yes at that. In her first season for her new team, she posted 7 goals and an assist, which set the squad's all-time mark for most goals in a season, along with the most points in a season with 15. So, what did all that get her? How about an all-Cal Pac honorable mention? But the conference did not only recognize her for her play on the pitch, they also honored her for being a stand-up person by naming her a Cal Pac Champion of Character. You gotta believe a terrific senior season is in the cards for her. So congratulations to Prescott High School alum and Yavapai College alum Emma Alvarez of the Park University women's soccer team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 9 local grad at college of the year. Before we go to break, let's get in number 8. This team was the number 1 seed in their conference championship series. One of the big reasons for that was the big bat this guy brought with him to the plate. Along with a .301 batting average, he was second in the Cal Pac Conference in home runs with 11 and 8th in the conference in RBIs with 41. You can also throw in 8 doubles, 3 triples, 34 runs scored, and a .615 slugging percentage to boot. All that production helped his team finish the season with a 33-15 overall record. It also got him some nice recognition as he received an All-Cal Pac Conference honorable mention. Certainly a terrific senior season for this guy. Congratulations to Yavapai College alum Cameron Joyces of the Benedictine Mesa baseball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 8 local grad at college of the year. Well, folks, we are just getting started with our top 10 list. Hey, 541-1016, number to call you on the Tri-City Sports Roundup. Again, 928-541-1016 to get in on the conversation. Who else made our list this year? And, of course, who grabs the number 1 spot for this year on our top 10 local grads at college list? Well, folks, we will let you know all that on the other side of this break, so we'll be back with more right after this. We are back on the Tri-City Sports Roundup. Some new bumper music there. The brand new single from one of the greatest bands ever, Nightwish. Their song, Perfume of the Timeless. Oh, love that song, man. Nightwish, they just never fail to deliver, I'll tell you that. Anyway, speaking of never failing to deliver, let's go to the phones right now. We're going to talk to Yavapai College women's soccer coach Rosie DeWeese, as she's going to talk about one of her former players, Emma Alvarez, who of course is our number 9 local grad at college of the year. Hey, Coach DeWeese, good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, John. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, again, Emma Alvarez, number 9 on our list of local grads at college, and I think we actually had her on our list last year when she was playing for you at Yavapai. Now she goes down to Park University, and she tears it up there. So what is it about Emma where no matter where she plays, at Prescott High School, for you at Yavapai, or at Park University, she just becomes a monster on offense?
Emma just has a nose for the goal. One of the first things that I remember about Emma is anytime the ball was at her foot, the first thing that she went to do was to go straight to goal. It didn't matter where she was on the field, if she was wide, central, in the defensive half. It didn't matter. She was looking to go straight to goal.
And I think one of the really cool things about the success that Emma is having, because, I mean, Yavapai women's soccer is a relatively new program, but you look at what Emma has done this past season at Park University. What kind of selling point is that for you to recruits saying, hey, look at what one of our players, Emma Alvarez, did at a 4-year school, and if she can do it, you can do it too.
Emma Alvarez is a huge example of the success that you can have if. And remembering when we brought her, in fact, when she was at YC, she was a student at YC for a year without having played soccer between high school and college. And so the fact that she took that year off, came into our season, and just exploded with goals was pretty amazing. And the fact that she did it again at Park, leading their team with 7 goals and 1 assist as a new player. She's just an amazing person who we had to kind of help a little bit in terms of confidence, realize how good she was. But she's just a worker. I mean, one of the coolest things I really love about Emma is that not only was she playing for us full-time and being a full-time student, but she was also working full-time. So she just has the grit, the desire, and the commitment to go after things that she wants.
All right. Well, Coach Rosie DeWeese of the Yavapai College women's soccer team, want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup and talking about one of your former players, Emma Alvarez, now at Park University, who was the number 9 local grad at College of the Year on our list. Coach, always a pleasure to talk to you. You have yourself a good one.
Thanks, John. You too.
All right. Let's get back to our list, folks. We are at number 7. Most freshmen on collegiate football teams usually spend that first season riding the pine and learning the ropes. But that wasn't the case for this guy. As the season went on, he became the favorite target of his quarterback, especially after his game against Wisconsin Plateville, where he had 75 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. When the season concluded, he amassed 372 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns to help his team stay in the NCAA 2 Top 25 poll for most of the season. After a performance like that, he was among the nominees for his high school's Newcomer of the Year award. He had a phenomenal high school career, and by the looks of things, he's poised to have a phenomenal college career. Congratulations to Prescott High School alum Jake Hilton of the University of Wisconsin River Falls football team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup, number 7 local grad at College of the Year. And we're going to go back to the phones because calling us all the way from Wisconsin is Jake Hilton's coach, and that is Matthew Walker from the UW River Falls football team. Coach Walker, good morning, and thanks for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup.
Well, good morning to you. It's exciting to be on here.
All right, well, we're glad to have you here, Coach, to talk about one of our top players from the area who's now a really good player for you, and that's Jake Hilton. And like I said, when you get a freshman playing college football, a lot of times they don't get a whole lot of action that first season. So what was it about Jake where he not only got a lot of action, but he became one of your go-to guys in the receiving corps?
Well, you said it. It's pretty uncommon, especially in our league with the level of talent, to see too many freshmen produce. To do what he did was incredible. I think it's a few things. Number one, he's got length that you can't teach. You know, to run a receiver out that's 6'5", he can do some things that other guys can't. And obviously, as you guys know, he runs like the wind. And I think that I don't want to sound wrong in case him or his family is listening. I think the ball skill piece was the piece that maybe I wasn't prepared for in a good way. I knew he could run. I knew he was long, but the ability to go get the football and high point things and do things with his hands in the air, pretty incredible. Gave him a shot. I think there's a lot of, obviously the players that bring in are good players, but typically there's something physically holding them back, and he just didn't have anything holding him back. I think the strength piece is something he probably worried about himself, but he quickly fell in love with the weight room and got involved in the weight program, and he just physically didn't have a limitation. And I think, you can say so much about him, length and speed and size and ability to catch it, but I think the most incredible thing about him is he's such a great kid. He's such a good dude, and he's super hard worker and super committed. All the things that I'm sure people around your town already know. We're learning in a hurry about what kind of person this kid is. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned the one game he had against Wisconsin Plateville, 75 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Was that kind of the game where maybe it opened your eyes saying, wow, I got a really good receiver on my hands here?
It was one of the moments. There was a couple of those moments. It's funny, with that kind of length, you typically play that kid outside. Most of our slot kids have been a little bit more shifty or smaller kids, but one thing we found is he could handle playing both spots, outside and inside. And when we put him inside, he was a mismatch with his length down the field, because he's fast enough to do some of the things that we asked those slot receivers to do. But he also had this unique length piece from catching the ball inside, and that was one of the things that showed up in the Platteville game. And all of a sudden, we're like, we have something special. We got a kid that runs like our slot kids, but has the length of an outside receiver. He can kind of do it all. So we knew we had something pretty unique pretty quick.
All right. And, well, Coach, obviously we're glad to be able to send you one of our top athletes over there to help your team out. And, Coach Walker, I want to thank you very much for taking some time out here, joining us on the show, and just telling everyone just what a success Jake has had his freshman season in UW River Falls, and the reason why he's our number 7 local grad at College of the Year. Coach, thank you very much, and we certainly look forward to following Jake and your team over the next 3 years.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. If you got anybody else like him, send them our way. We'll take them for sure.
You got it, man. You got it. Have yourself a good one, Coach.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Again, Matthew Walker, head coach of the Wisconsin River Falls football team. Getting back to our top 10 list, we're at number 6. He did okay in his first season with his new team, but in his second season, everything clicked into place for this young man. His bat rarely cooled off during the 2024 campaign, resulting in a .359 batting average with 13 home runs, tying him for 5th in the Sooner Athletic Conference, 42 RBIs, 8 doubles, 3 triples, 52 runs scored, the 6th most in the conference, 15 stolen bases, and a .706 slugging percentage, the 4th best in the conference. All that offense helped his team win the SAC title in a game where he drove in a run and scored 2 runs, followed by an appearance in the NAIA World Series. The team ended the 2024 season with a 41-13 overall record, and he was rewarded with an all-conference selection. We can't wait to see what kind of fireworks he'll produce next season. Congratulations to Prescott High School alum Jacob Police of the Mid-America Christian University baseball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup, number 6 local grad at College of the Year. Halfway through our list, folks, we're at number 5. We've got another local product who had a great year on the diamond. While his playing time here was limited due to an injury, he thrived in his new digs back east. One of his team's top hitters, he batted .305 this season with 10 home runs, 45 RBIs, 13 doubles, 41 runs scored, and a .532 slugging percentage. He had perhaps his best game of the year back in March when he socked 2 home runs and drove in 5 runs in a 21-5 rout of Oakland University. At one point in the season, he had a 13-game hitting streak. For such a great year at the plate, he was named to the All-Mid-America Conference first team. But along with doing well on the field, he also showed what an outstanding student he was by earning a spot on the All-MAC academic team. And he's still playing this summer in, of all places, the city of my birth, Trenton, New Jersey, for the team I used to cover back there, the Trenton Thunder, back when they were a AA team, and now they're a collegiate summer league team. Anyway, I digress. Congratulations to Yavapai College product Ryland Zaborowski of the University of Miami, Ohio baseball team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 5 local grad at College of the Year. On to number 4. He went from the mountains of northern Arizona to the flatlands of the Midwest and set the pitch on fire with his offense. With him in the lineup, this team always had a chance to win. He racked up 8 goals on the season, tying him for 2nd in the Ohio Valley Conference in that category. And just for good measure, he added an assist. His contributions on offense got him named to the All-Ohio Valley first team. This fall, however, he will not be returning to Illinois. Instead, this San Luis native is coming home to Arizona, where Grand Canyon University will benefit from his skills. Congratulations to Yavapai College alum Ian Tuapiti of the Chicago State University men's soccer team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup number 4 local grad at College of the Year. Next, it's number 3. This guy finished his senior season with multiple state championships. His talent also got him a spot on the roster of a D1 school back east. But could he be as successful at the college level as he was in high school? Yeah, he could. During the regular season, he was named the Northeast Conference Rookie of the Week 3 times. The first time for a 6th place finish in the long jump at the UCF Invitational. The second time for a first place finish in the long jump at the Colonial Relays, and the third time for placing second in the triple jump at the Rider University Invitational in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, about a dozen miles from where I grew up. But it was at the NEC Championship meet where he really shined. He came in third place in both the long jump and the triple jump, was named the NEC Rookie of the Meet, and made the All-NEC team. To cap off his first collegiate season, he was voted the conference's most outstanding rookie. If he can do all that in his freshman season, what are his next 3 seasons going to be like? Congratulations to Prescott High School alum and last year's Tri-City Sports Roundup #1 male athlete of the year, Jack Mason of the Wagner College track and field team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup #3 local grad at college of the year. Now it's on to number 2. We actually had this guy on our show about a month or so ago, and he admitted that in high school, cross country and track and field were just things to do to hang out with his buddies. When he got to college, he decided to go to an open tryout for track and field, and, because, well, why not? Well, he did make the roster, and that's when his attitude changed. He became dedicated to getting better and better every day, and boy, did it pay off when the CalPAC Championship meet rolled around. He had a 9th place finish in the 5,000-meter run, a 6th place finish in the 800-meter run, and then, in probably the most memorable performance of his athletic career, he became the CalPAC champion in the 10,000-meter run and qualified for the NAIA National Meet. And he fared rather well there, placing 25th in the 10,000-meter run. But he wasn't only a good runner, he was also a terrific student. He was named to the College Sports Communicators All-District Academic Team and was named an NAIA Scholar Athlete while majoring in Human Factors Psychology. No doubt everything he accomplished this season has made him hungry for more success next season. Congratulations to Chino Valley alum Dylan Eisner of the Embry-Riddle track team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup #2 local grad at college of the year. Okay, folks, well, you know where that leaves us. Number 1. Who has the top spot this year in our top 10 local grads at college of the year list? Well, I'm not going to tell you right now. We're just going to drag out the anticipation because we got bills to pay. We got a commercial break coming up. So after this break, we will reveal to you our number 1 pick for the top 10 local grads of the year list here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup. We'll be back with that right after this. Welcome back to the Tri-City Sports Roundup, everyone. John Rust with you here, and today it's our top 10 local grads at College of the Year list. We have number 1 coming up for you, but before we get to that, let me just run down numbers 2 through 10. Number 10 was Abby Platt, Bradshaw Mountain alum with Mesa College Volleyball. Number 9, Emma Alvarez, an alum of both Prescott High School and Yavapai College, now with Park University Women's Soccer. Number 8, Cameron Joasis, former Yavapai College product, now with Benedictine Mesa Baseball. Number 7, Prescott High School alum Jake Hilton with Wisconsin River Falls Football. Number 6, another Jake, Jacob Police, formerly of Prescott High School, now with Mid-America Christian Baseball. Number 5, Ryland Zaborowski, a Yavapai College product with Miami, Ohio Baseball. Number 4, another ex-Rough Rider, Ian Tuapedi of Chicago State Men's Soccer. Number 3, Jack Mason, a Prescott High School grad with Wagner College Track and Field. Number 2, Dylan Eisner, Chino Valley alum with Embry-Riddle Track and Field. And now, number 1. The previous season, his time at the national tournament was cut short by a shoulder injury. But when he came back this past season, you'd never be able to tell he'd been injured. He laid waste to the opposition, so much so that on 2 occasions, he was named the Cascade Collegiate Conference Wrestler of the Week and was also ranked number 1 in the nation at 165 pounds. When the time came for the conference championship match, he battled his way through his weight class and got to the championship match, but came up a little short in that one. After that, it was on to the NAIA National Tournament. He beat some of the best in the country and got to the national championship match where he came up short of a title. But that national runner-up finish and a 30-6 overall record got him named an NAIA All-American, and after doing all that, coming back from an injury, he was voted the school's Male Comeback Athlete of the Year. This coming season, he is sure to be in the mix again, competing for a national championship. Congratulations to Chino Valley alum Keller Rock of the Embry-Riddle Wrestling Team, the Tri-City Sports Roundup 2023-2024 number 1 local grad at College of the Year. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Keller Rock's outstanding season and what got him named our number 1 local grad at college with his coach/father, and that is Casey Rock, who joins us now on the phone. Hey, Coach, good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Morning, John.
So, Coach, honestly, I think probably for a lot of people around here, probably no surprise that Keller Rock is number 1 on our list. A runner-up at the conference championship tournament, a national runner-up at 165 pounds. And, again, I think the big thing was being able to do that coming back from, I think, what was a serious shoulder injury, too.
Yeah, last year, I think it was his second match. He actually dislocated it, so it came completely out.
Ooh.
They tried to get it back in on the mat. Didn't quite get it in, so kind of ended his tournament. But, yeah, he bounced back well.
Yeah. In fact, I was going to say, I remember this just going back to when Keller was in Chino Valley. And, like all athletes, there are times they have a setback. There are times they have a loss that maybe they think they shouldn't have gotten. But it seems like even if Keller takes a loss, he doesn't really hang his head. He just goes, okay, I lost. Now I'm just going to have to rededicate myself to get better and get the win next time.
Yeah, that's strong attribute of him. He's able to kind of bounce back and just kind of stay in the moment, keep perspective. It was disappointing at the national tournament. I mean, as exciting as it is, when you win that semifinal match and you're going to be wrestling in the finals, and as big of an accomplishment as that is, when you get there and you don't win that match, it's pretty disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
And he just walked off the mat and didn't really show it until he kind of got back behind everything, and then he's disappointed, and then the only thing you can do is wake up Sunday morning and start getting ready for the next one.
Yeah. And Of course, with Keller, I mean the accomplishments that this guy has had. I think what really makes it all the more terrific is when you look at him and how often he was ranked number one at 165 pounds in his weight class. But then you look at the conference he's wrestling in, and we've mentioned this before, the Cascade Collegiate Conference, probably one of the toughest conferences in the country when it comes to wrestling. And the fact that he was able to get number one ranking there, number one ranking in the country, it certainly says just a lot about Keller's, shall we say, killer instinct.
Yeah, he had to go through, in our conference was the returning national champion from Menlo, and we beat him earlier in the year, and that kind of catapulted him to being number one in the country. Then I think late in the year, maybe our last duel of the season, he actually bumped up a weight class and wrestled the number 2 ranked guy at 174. Kind of in a fun match, and won that match as well. So, he's not afraid of the competition and wrestling the best guys. His biggest thing right now, going even with last year, is keeping him healthy. He trains hard. It's just he's older. He's 23 now. I know that doesn't sound old, but in wrestling years, it's like dog years. So, just keeping him healthy. Got a little banged up at the conference tournament, and then, a little banged up at nationals. But we're healing up, or he's healing up, and ready to let it go one more year.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that one more year, let's kind of look ahead to Embry-Riddle Wrestling for the 2024-2025 season. And how are things coming with putting together the roster, putting together the lineup, and getting ready to roll?
It's going good. We're excited about next year. We have everybody back except one guy that was, out of our 10 guys that qualified for nationals. Both of our All-Americans are back. We have 2 round of 12 guys that missed being All-Americans by one match that are back. We return all at 49.5 points. Plus we had some guys not win matches that are hungry to not let that happen again. We brought in, right now we've got 4 guys signed that we really think are going to help us and, be point scorers at the national tournament. We're working on, there's not very many days go by. I'm not trying to add to the roster.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still working on getting guys in the room, in the recruiting process for, this next year. So we're excited about it. We think we have a good chance of getting up there and bringing a trophy home.
Yeah. And of course, one of those guys you're bringing in is a guy who knows, one day he might be on this list too. And that, of course, is Wyatt Rewerts, state champion from Prescott High School, who we're going to be seeing at Embry-Riddle next year.
Yeah, Wyatt will be coming in. He's been working out this summer with us. We kind of took June off a little bit to just let everybody kind of have some time off and heal up. But we'll get back in there after the 4th of July. And Wyatt's been coming in, and he works hard, and we'll see where he fits into the lineup, and it's going to be a tough lineup to crack as far as getting in that top 12 spot to go to the to go to the conference tournament.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach Rock from the Embry-Riddle Wrestling Team, want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup. Talk a little bit more about Keller Rock, our Tri-City Sports Roundup 2023-2024 number 1 local grad at College of the Year. Coach, always a pleasure to talk to you. You have yourself a good one up there in Oregon.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, John. Just want to congratulate those top 10 and go Chino Valley High School, top 2.
I know, and both of them over at Embry-Riddle too. So
you bet.
Yeah, Chino Valley's a gold mine for
Eagles.
Embry-Riddle. All right, Coach, you have yourself a good one.
Thanks, John.
All right, again, KC Rock, head coach of the Embry-Riddle Wrestling Team. And actually, folks, we're down to what we call the big 3 for our top 10 lists. That's going to be top 10 local games of the year, top 10 female athletes of the year, top 10 local male athletes of the year. So that will be coming up throughout July. However, we will not be having a top 10 list next Saturday. In fact, we're not even going to have a live show next Saturday. That is because KYCA will have live coverage of the annual Frontier Days Parade, and that's going to start, I believe, at 9 o'clock next Saturday. And because, of course, we're going to be live streaming it, and a lot of that live streaming equipment is here in the live stream booth at the KYCA studios, we're not going to be able to bring you a live show. Again, we got a lot of stuff going on to get ready for the parade, so we're just going to do a best of show next week. And, of course, with the parade, we're not going to have Healthline or Drive Time AZ live next week either. That's going to be parade. But Healthline with Dr. David Hancock, that's coming up next at 9. And then, of course, Drive Time AZ, that will be coming up at 10 o'clock as well. So you can get health advice. You can get automotive advice as well on those shows. So, again, folks, we will not be having a live show next week. Check back with us 2 weeks from today. We will be doing our top 10 local games of the year. And I think last time I checked, I had 28 games on my candidate list for that. So, man, oh man, I have no idea how the heck I am going to whittle all that down to number 10. Going to be a lot of deserving games that just do not make the cut there. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-City Sports Roundup. But hey, don't forget, got a big game coming up with the Northern Arizona Wranglers today as they make their playoff push. They're going to be taking on the San Diego Strike Force, and kickoff for that game will be 6:05 p.m. over at the Findlay Toyota Center. So, hey, we had a really exciting game with the Wranglers and the San Antonio Gunslingers last week, 74-68, the final score in that one. Talk about an offensive frenzy. And we'll see if we get another crazy game like that tonight over at the Findlay Toyota Center between the Wranglers and the Strike Force. Again, folks, we'll be back live with the Tri-City Sports Roundup 2 weeks from today with our top 10 local games of the year. Till then, folks, well, happy Frontier Days all next week at the rodeo and the parade and everything else going on. Go out there and enjoy it and enjoy the day as well, folks. We will see you again next time. Have yourselves a good